Just recently, Francis Ngannou on his social media said that he wants to fight Jon Jones first before fighting Tyson Fury. He posted this on his Twitter saying, "I'll take care of @JohnnyBones first, then come after @Tyson Fury." Jon Jones recently reacted and posted this on his Twitter saying, "Motivate me more, @Francis Ngannou." Francis Ngannou responded back saying, "I shouldn't have to motivate you, Johnny. If it's not in you already, you've already lost. I know my motivation." Jon Jones responded back saying, "The greatest title in the world is coming back to the greatest country in the world." He followed up with, "If you think you're going to run through America, you are wrong." He followed up with, "Oh, you know what's inside of me, Francis Ngannou. You never seen me quit." He ended it off with, "Pray you knock me out, because if you don't, I'm going to break you. That's a promise, Francis Ngannou." Yoel Romero has been forced out of his fight with Anthony Rumble Johnson due to not being able to clear the pre-fight medical test. Anthony Johnson reacted and posted this on his Instagram with the caption, "Broken heart with the news, but wherever the issue is, I hope Yoel gets back on his feet and is able to compete again very soon. Sorry to the fans for the disappointment." After pulling out of his fight with Donald Cerrone due to undisclosed reasons, it was recently announced that Deigo Sanchez has been cut from the UFC roster. Ariel Helwani posted this on his Twitter saying, "Deigo Sanchez is no longer a UFC fighter. He first revealed he was free on IG yesterday afternoon, and his release was then confirmed by Kevin Ioli, who spoke to Dana White. Unfortunate way to end a legendary career." Deigo Sanchez has recently released a statement on why he was cut from the UFC roster on his Instagram.
Alright, well, everybody, I'm here just to state some of the facts. I've had a long career with the UFC, and as I've fought all these fights and chased this dream of being a UFC champion, I just feel like here at the end of the road, I knew the end was coming, and I did everything in my power in this preparation for Donald Cowboy Cerrone. I put a lot of time and energy into even just getting the fight with Cowboy, getting a fight with another legend to, end the legacy that is Deigo Sanchez fighting in the UFC. And at the end of my camp, when I was in top form, feeling my best, in best shape, down an American top team, competing with some of the best mixed martial artists all around the world, traveling and putting in the work, and I did it. I was ready to compete, I was ready to fight, I was 100% healthy, and while in the final 12 days leading to the fight, I got a text message from Sean Shelby, and it was a message saying, "Deigo, you need to check your email, because Hunter sent you an email, and it's extremely important that you read this email and respond to this email by tomorrow, or the fight is going to be canceled." And so right away I was like, oh shit, the fight's gonna get canceled, they're gonna pull the fight, what do I do? I talked to my people, and I replied the best way I could reply to Hunter's email, and that's with my lawyer's advice. And with my lawyer's advice, I replied the best I could. UFC wanted me to state that I am not experiencing any neurological issues, and that I have no long-term health side effects from fighting a career of 17 years in the UFC. And so basically my advisors told me, basically what they're trying to do is, right before you finish your last fight, they're trying to just make sure they have documentation of you saying that you never sustained anything. So basically you're being forced, being bullied into waiving your medical rights, medical possible liabilities. And so, with that being said, the email was sent to Hunter, and the response was very fast. And the response was from Hunter and Sean and Dana, but only Hunter Campbell's signature was on the letter. Only his name was on the letter. And the letter said that they have chosen to pay me 100% for the fight, the show money, the win money, and the sponsorship money. And due to me traveling and completing the training camp that I did for this camp, and with that, the fight is to be canceled. And why? The only thing that was on the email was, due to your last loss at Abu Dhabi versus Jake Matthews, no explanation other than that. And so this seems like a lot of bullshit to me, because if you ask me, if the problem was my performance in my Jake Matthews fight, why entertain me with the Cowboy fight? Why have a meeting with me, Sean? Why give me my fight papers? Why sign the fight? Why sign the bout? Why sell the fight to ESPN? Many questions that don't make sense to me. Another question that doesn't make sense to me is, why send me a letter, an email, when I've already passed all my medicals, and I've had extra medicals done due to my age. I had the MRI, the MRA, the EKG, the physical, the X-rays. I had all the imaging done. I had all the neurological that was demanded by the Nevada State Athletic Commission and the UFC for me to be cleared to compete. And so why, when this has already been done, do I get an email demanding that I have to state this, state that? Yeah, my manager did ask for my medical, my list of medicals from throughout my career. I've had a lot of injuries, and in the sport, I want to have my history. This is my medical history. I want to have it on file. I want to have what the UFC has. It's my medical health, right? And as far as I'm concerned, I don't feel like after I'm done, if Dana White won't answer my calls now, won't let me have a meeting now, once I'm done and I'm out of the UFC, do you think that I'm going to be able to get a hold of anybody? Do you think that anything's going to go through? No, nothing's going to go through. I'm never going to get shit from them. So yeah, before, at the end of my career, me and my manager decided, yeah, now it's time to get what we can get, because they're probably not going to give a shit after you are released. And so, like the conversations I have with Sean Shelby and Joshua Flavia, where Sean is saying how, he wants to cut me, and Dana White, said I could fight another fight, and there's so much to the story, that the people, my fans that love me, my fans that are sending me messages telling me how they pray for me, how they care for me, and how they think that my manager is bamboozling me and just using me. And so if this was the case, I wouldn't be sticking by his side, having his back. And the truth of the whole matter is, me and him having each other's back against a $1 billion monopoly worldwide organization. Yeah, when you bring awareness and you bring light to some of the issues within the organization of $1 billion corporation, yes, red flags are gonna rise, and there's been a lot of red flags, and there's a lot of things that are not right about the industry. And why do I have the experience to and the words to speak on this? Because I lived it. My entire adult life I've been with the UFC, chasing this dream, taking punches, eating kicks, and shitting elbows for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. And so the way you look at it, I just, for the rest of my truth, please, real fans, my people, tune into my OnlyFans, a legitimate, verified network where I know the people that are watching aren't bots. I know they ain't the bullshit people out there on Instagram that are following the sheep narrative that has been pushed, that has been paid for, that has been, you know, the UFC's got inside ties with Instagram, and my Instagram's been eating shit for years. And if you're still believing that hype, you know, you're being fooled. So, you know, continue to follow me as the legend continues. Follow my OnlyFans, subscribe, say hello, and watch this story as it continues.